Okay, reading more into the history of the sciences, which was written about the 1960s, early 60s. There's some interesting talk about how humans were formed, how animals were formed. A guy studied the embryos of a deer or an animal and some chickens. His name is William Harvey. In 1651, the author of this book is saying that our theories, our modern theories for 1960, were developed as far back as 1651. This guy who observed the eggs, he found that they're pretty much eggs. The chickens make eggs. The human, the deer, they make eggs. And even the insects, like the chrysalis from the butterfly, they're all eggs. And he discovered that they're eggs in the 1650s, and then from there people went on throughout the later 1600s and looked further into these eggs. They thought that that's where life began, was the egg. Okay, that's where the human body, or the animal body, was formed, was in the egg. Okay, but there was another group of people who believed that the body was formed in the sperm. There's this Leeuwenhoek, whom we all know from school, probably as far back as elementary school. He discovered that there's sperm. Okay, that's not something they taught us in school. They just said this guy looked through a microscope at weird things. They didn't say he discovered sperm. That would have got our attention. It's amazing the things that they leave out of the curriculum at school. So they developed their theories that the human body is already formed in the sperm. There were that one group, and then there was a group that the animal bodies were formed in the egg, and they all seem to think like we started out really small. We were like really small, fully formed beings, and they just got larger and larger as they went on, as we grew. So there's that theory. And then there's questions of how these reproductive types of organisms even came to be. There's a germ theory that they think maybe they're formed by germs or something. A lot of this discovery happened in Germany. They had their own as a nature type of theory. It had to do with like looking at the observations through the views of nature and what they've seen. They had a lot of theories from that, and it took them a while to make the right discoveries to support their natural nature theories. There was mechanical philosophers. People were thinking of humans as animals as being mechanical. Let's see. Yeah, we're preformed in seeds already, and we just got larger. That's the summing up of what they were believing throughout the 1700s. Pretty much, it was all that confusion and discovery, asking questions about how life was beginning. So, I mean, our knowledge of life goes back to the mid 1600s or so, and just slowly developed from there. You can imagine and this is in Europe. You can imagine how other cultures may have thought of it just back then. Like the American Indians or something.